Nusa Penida. In this video, I'm going to show you how much you can get up to in just 72 hours. Already the change just in the traffic alone. We're on the main road that surrounds the outside of the island and it's absolutely dead. So we arrived at our first stop of the day and we've come to Gamat Bay, which is a lesser known place in Nusa Penida. It is free to get into, there's very little tourists, so a bit off the beaten track. The roads to get down to the bay are pretty horrendous, so if you come in, be very careful and take it steady. It's barely a dirt track, but there's free parking as well, so we're going to go see what this bay is all about. So first beach down, really small beach, nice and secluded. There was only about 10 people on the beach in the whole hour and a half that we've been here. There's a little stall that's selling drinks and food. You can hire some gear to go snorkeling. Yeah, it's okay. Definitely worth coming here if you want to get away from the tourist trail, that is for sure. But next stop is further down the coast to the touristy area of Crystal Bay. It's 5,000 to park the bike and it seems a lot more touristy here but a much bigger beach, so let's go see what it's all about. Yeah. This is a beautiful beach. Busier, but in comparison to anything we've seen in Bali so far, there's barely anyone here. It's so secluded. There's so many chairs and beds free. You can get a nice cold beer and some food for basically street food prices. What's not to like? Yep, Crystal Beach, fantastic. We had some food as well, which was also delicious. Nearly the perfect sunset as well. It just went behind the clouds right on the last minute, so it didn't drop into the ocean. But we might come back because we're hopeful yet of getting that perfect sunset. So we've just filled up the bike there. Fascinating to see how they hand pump it. Never seen that before, never had that in the UK. We've always had the proper pumps because we're literally out in the sticks. Just gone 8 and there's already a fight for the photo. This view is amazing. Look at that. It's mad as well that some people have generally paid 35,000 each just to come on these steps, quick snap and leave. Why wouldn't you want to go down to the beach? And we are here. We got down to the bottom of Diamond Beach. It is crystal clear. It is the whitest of white sands. As you'll see on many YouTube videos, the way down is horrific. really, really sketchy, so you got to take it nice and slow. We're not going to be down here for too long because it's such a tight path getting back up. We'll be in a queue if we stay down here too long. So we're just going to have a quick swim and then we're going to head back up. The amount of tourists that are coming here in their full Sunday best, just wanting to get that perfect Instagram photo, no intention of looking at the beach or the sights, down the step, take that perfect photo times 1,000 and on to the next place. Us two, dirty, dripping, covered in absolute crap. We're doing it properly. Obvious of go early to get the best views and avoid all the queues on the steps. My other recommendation is to come a bit higher to the hut to the left of the steps. You get some really nice views away from the crowds and you get a great cool breeze, which nearly slipped. You get a great cool breeze. For the price of the Diamond Beach ticket, you can actually go to Atu Beach as well, but the sea looks incredibly rocky, so we're not going to be able to go in that. And to be fair, we've spent a couple hours in Diamond Beach and we are ready to move on, but it's still cool to see from up high. Just don't know if it's worth going down there or not. So this is the car park when we first got here, and this is the car park when you leave. So we've made it to the second place, which is the Thousand Islands viewpoint. It's literally just a 2-minute journey from Diamond Beach, so it's just up round the corner. It's another 5,000 to park, and I believe it's 15,000 to get in, but we're about to find out. So it's 25,000 each to get in, which is about £1.50 each. So again, not that bad. But you do get a souvenir wristband and a bottle of water, which we desperately need. So all in all, I'd say that's great value. So there it is, the world famous Thousand Island hut. Doesn't look as spectacular from this angle, does it? And then us. One with a professional photographer, Sunday best, and then my girlfriend. So we've just come down just to de-sweat because it is super hot, and we're just at the base of the Rumah Pohon viewpoint, the famous one you see all over Instagram. And it's not even the price that is bugging me, because it's only like £3-4 to get that view. You only get like 2 minutes, they time you, there's tons of tourists there. It's more the effort people are doing to get down here to get that photo, to get back. It's a long way down, it's very sweaty, but everyone's coming down in like their best outfits with their hats.
Case in point.
Case in point. There she goes.
She's ready.
And they come down, take 2 minutes of photos and leave. Like, if you're going to come to this part of the country and you're only here once, yeah, I get it, it's a lovely view, but we're enjoying more actually sitting down, looking at the views, absorbing it, trying to enjoy our time here and not just taking a quick Instagram picture.
Oh, what are you doing? You all thought that was me, didn't you?
I didn't say that. Just for record, that did not come out of my mouth. But arguably, the best part of the whole trip down. You know what we're like by now with animals. We absolutely adore them. Just a quick side note: when you come to Nusa Penida, absolute must is to hire a scooter and just go off the beaten track. Between the beaches and the viewpoints, there's some great roads. They are a little bit potholy, but there's absolutely no one here but me and Carly, and we're just chilling, having a quick drink in the shade. It's great. This is the Manta Point. Incredible. And this is free to get into and free parking. How about that? This viewpoint is going to be #1 in a couple of years. It's got a complete almost 360 view of the coastline. We've just spotted some manta rays. Like I said, free to get in, free parking, and some of the bluest golden sands and seas we've seen the whole of this trip. What an unbelievable sight. So another day, another site. Today we turned up to 2 sites in one, Broken Beach and the Angel Billabong. We've got here about 9:15 because it's a good 45-minute drive from our hotel. So unfortunately, there is already quite a lot of tours here, but hopefully we've got here early enough to get some decent shots and see it before it becomes too touristy. It's only about 9:30, but they've taken over again. So the Billabong and Broken Beach are really, really nice to look at, and you can't really complain when they are free to get into. We've only paid $5,000 for parking, but there is literally no shade, so be careful if you come here. Definitely bring some water. The prices here are 2-3 times the price of anywhere else for drinks and food, obviously because it's a tourist trap. Even though we are also tourists, that's probably the biggest flaw of this place. there's just no control over the amount of people that come in here. We've had to come to one of the quietest spots, so one, you can hear me, and two, we can actually get our own little photo.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of litter on this island and they just seem to pile it up and then burn it.
That is the sad reality of this island when it's not developed enough. Unfortunately, tourism's only been here around a decade, so all the plastic that's getting imported, they've got no recycling, they've got no economy to actually deal with this. So their solution is exactly what Carly said, is chuck it on the side of the road and burn it. So on this island of Nusa Penida, across the north side, there's tons and tons of these beautiful coffee shops and marungs that are right by the sea. It's literally 12 o'clock and there's not a single person here. We've come to Barnard Cliffs, and the reason why we're walking is because we abandoned the scooter a couple hundred metres up that way, because the road, you can't see on video, it doesn't do it justice, but it's borderline undrivable. So we've kept our helmets and we're walking down there. There is a local that hounds you on the way down that says he can do it better, which I'm sure he can, but I would rather walk it in the peace and quiet than be hounded for money. So we've left the bike, we're walking down, we'll get a quick couple of shots and then get back on the road, back on the tarmac before the sun sets. So it's only a tiny viewpoint, literally one set of steps. I think it goes further down, but it looks so sketchy right off the edge of the cliff, I wouldn't recommend. However, what I would recommend is coming here at sunset. And you can see in the distance, that's Kalenkin Beach, the famous one. We'll be seeing you bright and early in the morning. So we've just arrived at our final stop of this entire trip to Nusa Penida, Kalenkin Beach. And we've been greeted by the nicest morning welcome. And clearly camera shy. It's about 7:15. There is a handful of tourists here, but all the stalls are still shut. There's a heck of a lot of construction going on, so they're clearly still building for the influx of tourists. However, we're currently standing on a platform they normally charge for to get the extra special shot, but no one's here to charge because we're here so early. And there it is, Kalenkin Beach. Speaking to a couple of locals, this island's only had tourism for about a decade, and you can definitely tell. The majority of the tourists that come to this island are on one-day trips. So if you see the car parks from sort of 9 till 4, they're absolutely heaving with tourists. 7 o'clock, there's no one here. By 10 o'clock, this place will be absolutely rammed. What that means is, staying on the island isn't the easiest. Yes, they've got amenities, they've got restaurants, they've got hotels, but the infrastructure's just not there. regardless of all those issues, I would 100% recommend coming to Nusa Penida, and here's why. This has got to be one of the prettiest islands that I have ever been to. Yes, it's not perfect, but give them time. They've only been doing it a decade, and look how far they've come. If you come in the next 5 years, I guarantee this place is going to be tidier, it's going to be more well maintained, tourism's going to be more under control. If you don't come in the next 5 years, you're missing out. That being said, if you do come to this part of the world, Indonesia, don't do a day tour. Do what me and Carly did and spend 72 hours on this amazing island. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you on the next one.